What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to episode number 2 of the rotation Road to Glory. And today we've got a bit of a mixture. We've got a bit of post-com to get things going. You're then going to see our squad battles reward my live reaction, and then going to be live coming to you through the team that we've now ended up with. Because this week, throughout early access, has been one huge grind, and to me it has shown me how viable squad battles can be as a way to really progress the road to glory. But if you do enjoy this video, if you enjoy this episode, be sure to leave a big thumbs up on it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and yeah, let's get things going. So in the background you can currently see just a couple of bronze packs that we opened up. We did this quite a lot. I didn't show all of them. Those are just literally the first two that we did. I'm not going to show all the squad battles games that we've done all week, because I think that's just a bit too much. I mean, we probably played like 25, maybe 30 games last week. I don't think you need to see every single game we've played against the computer. So what I've done for today's video is every time we change up the team a little bit, I've shown you that and then the following game. So you can see the players that we picked up. Some of them are for investments. Some of them are just because I think they're going to be really good in game. Most of them, however, are just a combination of those two things. Players that I think could go up in price and players that are going to suit as well in the squad battles. Because I think the way I want to approach it this year is have one team for squad battles, which is the team that we end up building that you're going to see at the end of today's episode, and then I want to have a team that we can take online, whether it's for FUT Champions, whether it's for daily knockout tournaments, whether it's just for seasons. Just two teams, one for single player, one for online, and then we can rotate the two for fitness. But yeah, squad battles is something that I've genuinely really enjoyed this week. I've been playing on world class for the most part, although I have tried on legendary over the last couple of games. You'll see how we get on in those in the next episode, I think. But yeah, it's really cool to be playing single player on Ultimate Team and feel like you're working towards something, because I think with the only feature really of single player in Ultimate Team in previous Fifas, you've had just a single match, which has been just a one-off game, obviously. Seasons, which has never really rewarded you too well. So having something that really makes you feel like you're earning towards something, grinding towards something, is really nice. I must admit, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's like I say, it's a viable way to earn coins, to make a better team, to grind upwards without having the same amount of stress that FUT Champions can bring you. Of course, FUT Champions isn't even out yet. That doesn't start till that first weekend league, I think, is in the start of October, I want to say, maybe next week. But right now, I'm just really enjoying it. I think another reason I'm enjoying it is the fact that I'm quite used to playing against the AI as well. I do a lot of career mode, as you guys know, and that means I'm quite used to playing against the computer. But you can see the first couple of players that we tried to pick up here, the first two players that we signed officially on the Road to Glory. In fact, no, that's a lie. I think we signed Cabela in the last episode, but we picked up Charlie Masunda for, I think it was 1,900 coins, 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves, 87 pace. I think he's a player that can not only do a job against the computer, but again, is another one that I think could potentially go up in price when the game fully launches. And then we also pick ourselves up an Eric Durham for 700 coins, so non-rare left back, he's got to be said, but a very solid one at that. You've seen there we've got tasks completed. You can go to the objectives to get your rewards. I'm not going to show you any of those. All of those were literally like 150 coins, 200 coins. I'd wanted to try and condense all this down into a shorter video. Well, not as short a video as I can, but I just didn't want to be repeating stuff over and over again, which is why, like I say, I'm not going to show you all the games and all the objectives that we completed and all the bronze packs that we opened up. But it's pretty mental how much we progressed from having, I think at the start of this video, we're going to have 9,000 coins or something around that region. At the end of it, before we buy the team that you're going to see, we had something like 60k post rewards, and that's from 1 week of squad battles after taking the games online at all, after that any FUT Champions. So if you can get a good balance between the two, or maybe just play a bit of seasons and squad battles, you really have got a good chance this year of making a lot of coins and having a successful road to glory, in my opinion. Particularly if you can play it on sort of world class, if you can do world class or better, then and win all your games, you're going to be getting a decent rank at the end of the weekend, I think, or at the end of the week. Another cool thing as well with squad battles is we got the rewards straight away. I think it finished on Sunday night, obviously, and then the first rewards came out 1 AM Monday morning, so they were there when I went on the next day, which is absolutely awesome, because obviously when you do FUT Champions, that's something that you usually have to wait for. And someone did also figure out how many games you have to play for squad battles, which is interesting, and it's 44 games you need to play in the entire week. It's 4 every day in the weekdays, and then 12 on Saturday and 12 on Sunday. That's all the games you can play. You can see we're currently in Gold 1. Something else I've learned is that the leaderboard on squad battles is a flexible one. It's constantly changing depending on what other people playing the game are doing. I wasn't sure when we first started this whether it was going to be once you've hit Gold 3, you've hit Gold 3 and that's it, or the actual thing, which is what it is, which is that it constantly changes depending on everybody else's rank. But the second player we pick up for an absolute bargain of a fee is Julian Draxler, 84 rated player. He's on the left wing now, which isn't ideal, but for 2,500 coins for an 84 rated player, that is a steal, especially when you consider how much these players went for last year when it came to needing them for SPCs and that kind of stuff. But he's a player that I like on FIFA. He's got a 5-star weak foot, he's got 4-star skills, and again, similar to Musunda, not only is he a good player for an investment, but I do think he's a player that can do a job when it comes to playing against single player. So you can see we've changed up the formation. We've gone to a 4-3-3 as well, just to try and get Draxler further forward, that was. And I've tried to show you some of the more exciting games of the ones that we played in squad battles. There's some absolutely corkers in there. I think when you're playing against, I mean, it's mad. It shouldn't surprise me, but it's mad how much of a difference it makes when you're playing on world class against an average team to a team with like your Messi's, Ronaldo's, Bale's, teams like that. It can be so much more difficult, and you can see we actually find ourselves 2-1 down in this game. It was a big struggle, this one was, and I do think another thing is when you're upgrading your team as well, again, that can make a big difference. It makes it a lot easier when you've got a full goal team to, I mean, these things I'm saying sound really obvious, but it's just incredible what a massive difference it does make when you've got a full decent goal team going into squad battles compared to like when we first started off, where you saw the start of the video and in the first episode when we had players like Gomes and not a lot of quality around him, and it was only like 50 chemistry. It makes a big difference, but you can see we're just about to come out with that one with the win, and that takes us up to Elite 2, which is actually where we end up finishing in the first rank of squad battles the first week. I could have potentially got Elite 1, there was about 4 hours to go, and I was in the middle of a game, and if I won that game I could have got Elite 1 just about, but I actually, my trial ran out at that point, unfortunately, and I didn't glitch it at that point either, because of course this has been this big EA access glitch where you can invite your other account, get it on, all that kind of stuff. I'm sure you've all seen it, but didn't do that at the time, so we ended up actually finishing in Elite 2. We managed to hold on, and it made me think, man, if we'd have finished that game, we could have got Elite 1, slightly better rewards. But for Elite 2, you'll see in a second, we actually get, I think it's 2 mega packs and 20,000 coins for something that I don't think is overly strenuous. So this is what I mean by saying you can really progress your Road to Glory accounts and earn good coins from doing these squad battles. It really is a genuine way to go about it, and the fact that you don't really have to play that many games a day other than the weekend. I mean, I'd be interested to know how you get on if you played just 4 games every day and then didn't do any weekend and just focused on the weekend league. Then I'd be interested to know how you would finish up, because the general consensus has been so far that if you win every single game on Legendary, you've got a good chance of getting top 100 right now. I think you might have to win like by a comfortable margin every game, but if you're winning every game on Legendary, you have got a great chance of getting top 100. Now, obviously, when the full game releases, that's going to be more difficult to do because there's going to be more people playing. But I can actually beat the AI on Legendary, so it really made me think, like, if I can get good at this, there's a good chance that I don't think I could ever do Ultimate, but there's a good chance I could be consistently getting elite rewards quite comfortably, and potentially even pushing for that top 100. So that's something that really excites me as far as this account goes, because we should be getting some really sick rewards if that's what we can achieve. But this is the last game you're going to see. You can see we're actually pulling it back to 3-3 now. This is another one of these absolutely mental games. To go on to win this 5-3 in extra time, and I've got to say, Aubameyang is an absolute monster. We were using the lone Aubameyang. I've been using all my lone players in the squad battles squads because I don't think I'm going to use them when it comes to online very often. So been using them. You can see we go 4-3 up in extra time, then make it 5-3, and you're going to see the rank takes us to comfortably within that Elite 2 finish, which is, like I said, where we do end up finishing. But I'm going to cut away now, and now you're going to see me getting the rewards, retrieving them, and seeing our packs that we get from getting Elite 2 in squad battle. So fingers crossed we get something good. Let's find out. So guys, I've come on to FIFA 18 this morning, and look what we got. We got some squad battles rewards. I'm actually a little bit intrigued here because I still don't actually know where we finished in squad battles. Earlier in this video, you're going to see lots of gameplay. We didn't even get a chance to play all of our games, but when I left it, we were ranked Elite 2, very close to Elite 1. So I'm praying that we held on to that rating of Elite 2. I think we got 20,000 coins in a couple of mega packs, something like that. So fingers crossed. These are, of course, the first rewards that we're opening on the rotation Road to Glory. You can see it's over up to 33,000 coins. So we're going to be in a pretty good position, being so the game isn't even released yet. But you can see, wow, is that Gold 1? Or was that Elite 1? I don't know what that was. That was definitely a 1, though. Excuse me. Was that Gold 1 or Elite 1? I still don't understand. I can only assume that was... I don't think we hit Elite 1, did we? Let's have a look. So in the store, I still don't fully know what we just hit, to be honest. We have got 2 mega packs, so we're now up to 60,000 coins. But I'm pretty sure... I'm not sure, guys. Let me know in the comments if you, because I'm not very good with these symbols on what's what. So hang on, let's have a look what we got here. So if we go to your rank, it looked like that one, didn't it? It looked like Elite 1. What do you get for Elite 1? But no, it can't. It can't have been that one, because for that you get 40k. What do you get for Gold 1? You get 12,400 coins. I think we hit Elite 3, but the symbol said Elite 1. I could be wrong. I'm sure that was the one, unless I'm going completely nuts. But, no, because actually, that can't be right. Yeah, I've just been doing a bit of looking, and I think we've hit Elite 2, but I'm sure the symbol said Elite 1 there, or Gold 1. There's definitely a 1 in it, but when you look at the rewards, it's 2 mega packs and 25k, which is what we've got now. We're up to 60k, and we have got the 2 mega packs, so it looks like we held on to Elite 2, but that, I'm sure that badge was Elite 1. So, opening up our first packs, what are we going to get? Mega packs aren't bad, actually, because we get consumables as well, which are going to be very handy for us, contracts, fitness, but if we can get a board player, that'd be absolutely fantastic. We have, of course, got a rare player. It's not going to be a board player. Our first pull is going to be the Brazilian right winger. It's Felipe Anderson. That is not too bad whatsoever. 92 pace, 86 dribbling, a very tidy looking player. 81 rated isn't the best. I would have liked a board player, but you know what? I'm not going to complain too much of that. We get Bartra as well, who's not too bad. Hutchinson, Perotti, Corchia, Kune. We've got a couple of silvers here as well. We've got Cathcart, who's a Premier League silver. And Palacios as well, a load of contracts. We get 3 squad fitnesses, which I always appreciate. But I've got to say, squad battles is something that I've really enjoyed doing. And just for playing single player matches, this is a freaking good reward. It's got to be said, 2 mega packs. What we're going to get in the second one, let's find out now. Can we get a board player? I don't fully know how to read it. I don't think that's a board player, though. That didn't seem bright enough. No, it's not a board player again. It's going to be a Belgian. It's going to be a left mid. Is it going to... Oh, it's Kevin Morales. I thought it was going to be Charlie Masunda. In fact, no. Masunda's a right mid, isn't he? But 81 rated Kevin Morales. He might sell for a little bit, actually. Being as though there's not much choice in that left wing position. But what else have we got in here? We get ourselves a Toussaint. We get ourselves a Mate. He actually looks like a very, very decent card, actually. A load of non-rares, but the players weren't as good as they potentially could have been, but we have got some injury cards, some squad fitnesses as well. Real Madrid kits that might go for a little bit, but like I say, if you're doing single player squad battle or something that isn't too strenuous, I am not going to complain one bit at that. So there's the reserves completed. This is all we need to do to finish off our starter objectives. We're trading a bunch of bronze players and we get ourselves a premium bronze players pack as well. And we should get ourselves something for completing the entirety of the starter objectives. I think that was the last thing we had to do anyway. Let's find out. So first exchange, we get ourselves 1 gold gift pack, which isn't too bad. So let's open these up and then hopefully it'll give us something else, but I don't know if it will or not. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. So this is the first one. This is the bronze pack. We get a rare player, which is something. It's do you know what? Fenerbahce, Turkish. It's probably untradeable, but with the Super League SBC going on right now, if that's not untradeable, that could be absolutely worth a ton. Let's find out. It's not untradeable. Come on, be worth something. So 150. He's not worth as much as I thought he would have been, but we're still probably going to stick this guy on the market potentially at some point soon. Do we get anyone else that could be worth anything? So the main thing we're looking at for here, a Turkish league and Mexican league, I think it is. So let's keep an eye out. We also got ourselves the... Oh, no, here we go. Now, there we go. Unlock something else. So 5 ways to play completed. We get ourselves a premium gold pack. Nice one. So hopefully we can have a bit more luck from that than we have out of our rewards. Well, we did get some good stuff, but players-wise, it wasn't the best. But here's our gold gift pack. It's not going to be a rare player. I don't even know if it's possible to get a rare player in these. I think it's all non-rares. But we get ourselves Kitchuk. Not very exciting at all, that's fair to say. But we do get ourselves a Deadeye, which isn't too bad. And we get a contract in there that I'm sure will be used at some point. And then last but not least, we get ourselves this premium gold pack, which was for completing all of the starter objectives. I think that's all of them done now anyway. It's taken a few days to do them, but we got there eventually. But the premium gold pack, 3 rares. Come on, give us something nice. Don't be the luck of last year's Road to Glory. Give us a board. It's not going to be a board. It's not going to be a rare player. God damn it. I assume you can get rare players in this. It's Marchetti. To be fair, as far as non-rares go, it's not the worst. Could have been a lot better, obviously, but not the worst. We get ourselves a squad fitness again, which I'm not going to complain at. And, yeah, the pack look wasn't great, but it could have been worse, I suppose. I think it's fair to say. But that is going to end off this section of the video. I don't know if this is going to be the end of this episode, or we're going to do a bit of streaming and you're going to see a bit more. But either way, I'll speak to you in a bit. Nidge out. So that now brings us to the current squad, lads. And my lord, you're going to be noticing some changes. A lot of these players are bought as investments and players, like I mentioned earlier, that you can also use in squad battles, or I'll be using, but I do want to build a second team that we're going to be using for an online team, and that's the one I'm going to rotate with between squad battles and online, but I'm not quite sure what player to build around for that second team, so that's what I'm going to be asking you guys in a second. But I'll just show you who we bought in and how much we bought them for. So a lot of these are for still first owner. We've got Invogo in goal, who's actually been pretty solid. We've got Piszczek at right back, we paid 3.9k for. I think he could go up in value, being as though he's one of the highest rated, if not the highest rated right back in the Bundesliga. We've got Bartra, who we packed in our rewards, of course. We've got Abraham, who I bought him for 2,600, very solid looking card, 80 pace, 79 defending and 77 physical. Eric Dermy saw us pick up earlier on in the video. We've just picked up Christian Pulisic for 2,100 coins. We bought the Inform Aaron Geese for 15k. Now, this to me was a sound investment, because worst case scenario, he can only drop down to 10k, because that's like the minimum an Inform can go for, and that's only a 5k loss, but there's also a lot of potential that you might need an Inform for an SBC or something like that, and the fact that I think he looks like a decent card, so could go up anyway, so I think his value could slowly increase over the next few weeks. We've also got Lars Bender, who's been absolutely fantastic for me. He's first owner. Julian Draxler, you saw us pick up earlier in the episode. Naby Keita is another one I bought as an investment. I paid 5.2k for him. I was very torn between him or Emil Forsberg to play in that centre forward spot, but Naby Keita's done very, very well. 8 games, 4 goals and 8 assists. You cannot grumble at that return. And then I've recently bought in Divock Origi. Not having used him yet as a striker, 1,300 coins. I did try Yusuf Poulsen at first, but wasn't keen on how low his shooting stat was. The bench is just filled with loan players and non-rares. We have, though, got, if I swap player here, we did a couple of SBCs, and I think we got 83 raids. These two guys here. We got De Vrij, who's untradeable, and also Stepenko, who's also untradeable. De Vrij, I'm pretty happy with. We can use him in a team at some point, but we've now got left, as well as that good team, 43,000 coins. So the question is, guys, what player or what league should we build our first online team around? That is a question that I'm going to leave up to you in the comment section down below. If there's a player, I was thinking potentially Alejandro Gomez and a Casio A team. Letting me know what you think of that idea in the comment section down below. But that is going to end up this episode. I hope you did enjoy it, lads. If you did, leave a big thumbs up on the video, and I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Nidge out.